You dare question my knowledge, sign? Die! Anyway, hey everybody, it's Josh again. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, we sailed along the top row of the map, went to a few new islands like Crescent Moon Island and the flight control platform. We also found one of the Triforce shards over at Overlook Island in the top right of the Great Sea. We got to participate in the Great Birdman contest, and met a Rito who looks strangely familiar to another Nintendo character. But anyway, in this episode, we are going to continue along this second row of the Great Sea, starting with Dragon Roost Island, even though we're going to set sail immediately because there's nothing we can really do on this island anymore.
The adventure continues!
Although if you haven't done the Golden Feather side quest yet, I'd recommend getting it out of the way now, before we set sail to our next island. Alright, now coming up on this square, technically we've been to this island before because we met up with those group of treasure divers without the diving helmets on, but we didn't bother to get the mapfish for this area considering we didn't have our bait bag then. This is Pawprint Isle. This is between Windfall and Dragon Roost. You know what a choo-choo is? No. I've been going to a lot of this game and I don't know what a choo-choo is. So anyway, he's telling you that this island is actually home to quite a few choo-choos. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tackling somewhat of a choo-choo dungeon is what I call it. So to get to it, stupid sign. We're going to duck under here. Oh, no, put away the sword. Crouch and crawl under here. And then go down here. So yeah, inside this area, there's going to be a lot of choo-choos. I guess you can technically consider this their home. What's funny is they make their home on Pawprint Isle, and choo-choos have no paw prints whatsoever. That's if I can find some magic recovery somewhere around here, that would be great. Anyway, going through here, use your bombs to blow up this giant rock, blocking your path.
Kaboom!
And then going through here, there's some green choo-choos and a treasure chest containing a purple rupee. Ow. Roll into the tree. I know sometimes these green choo-choos can drop magic recovery. Yeah, there it is. Although the green choo-choos are still annoying. Let's get some magic recovery from them. Yeah, I kind of notice there's cocoons up there. I guess that's kind of where the choo-choos come from. Kind of weird. Anyway, go ahead and blow up that rock, even though it's not blocking our path.
Kaboom!
But over here is a treasure chest, and inside is a joy pendant. Whoa! Okay, to go after the real treasure chest you want to go after, it's over in here, past these red choo-choos. Inside is a piece of heart! Yeah, that's another piece of heart down. I think that's everything you can do in this choo-choo dungeon. At least that's what I'm calling this dungeon, since the only enemies in this dungeon are choo-choos. Anyway, now to crawl out of here. And there is actually one other thing you can do on this island, other than destroy this stupid sign. So to get to it, we're gonna get our hook shot out. You want to go on one of the paw prints. My mom uses this word, toe beans. You want to go to the one that kind of looks like a cactus. So sail up near it and then use the hook shot in that particular tree. Oop. On the tree. Maybe there's another hole you can go down. And we got another enemy gauntlet. Whiz robes! You suck. Die! And now another one. Oh, you're kidding me, there's two of them? And they're going to summon enemies. Even more annoying. And some more Chuchus. Of course, it doesn't let me target the Wizrobe. This is boomerang to stun them. Now, die, Wizrobe. Oh, now there's three of them? You majorly suck. Oh, now they summon bokoblins and pea hats. Oh, want to target something else. Oh, of course it doesn't let me target the one I want. Oh, wrong button. Ow. Like I said, Wizrobes are very annoying. Always got these freaking pea hats. Now, die! Oh no, he didn't die. Oh, now it's summons a bokoblin and a moblin. There we go, that one dead. Now there's one over here. There we go. That's all the Wizrobes. Now get rid of the enemies they summon. There we go. Finally took out all the enemies. That was annoying. Of course, the Wizrobes are the most annoying because they keep summoning more enemies for you to fight. But anyway, that also almost used up my magic power. So let's go ahead and open this chest, and we get a treasure chart! Yeah, it was well worth it to finally get past this dungeon, or this gauntlet. And now with that done, that's pretty much everything you can do on Pauper Island. And of course, you can also get a treasure chart from those guys for talking to them the first time, those guys with the diver helmets. But we did that on our way to the Dragon Roost the first time, so for now, we're going to sail and continue going west. So we're going to go past Windfall Island, and then we're going to head 1 square east of that, because that'll be a new island we haven't been to yet. Alright, we have finally made it to this square. This square is 1 square west of Windfall. So just right next to Windfall is Spectacle Island. Beware on nights when the crescent moon faces up in this island. Alright.
Splish.
I want to see if I can try to swim to this island, because there's actually something funny I want to see, like, when you actually get to it, because on this island, you can actually play another minigame. Yeah, it looks like I'll make it. Stop worrying, kid. Ooh, blue chew jelly. Thank you. So anyway, that was blue choo-choo number 7. And then, on top of what kind of looks like one of those Mario Bros. Castles, like you see in the end of Super Mario Bros. Levels, you'll find another familiar character. Hey, look who it is! The guy who hates his job. Oh, no, my mistake. Yeah, step right up. If you have confidence in your target shooting, why don't you give us a shot? It's 50 rupees. So let's play. It's funny how he kind of looks like Gonzo. Oh ho ho, so you're the little shrimp who thinks he's a target shooting hotshot, yeah? And you say this knowing full well that we are pirates who are so frightening that crying babies shut their mouths when we step into the room, and how we can be easily mistaken for Team Aqua. Arr, this should be funny, fine then, hotshot. If you can manage to sink the 5 pirate ships you see off on the horizon, we'll acknowledge your skills with the cannon, you shimpy little landlubber. However, we won't tolerate any comments about how pirate ships look like barrels. You only get 10 shots, you heard me? You can move your cannon, yada yada yada. Got it, shrimp? I got it. Not really. If you manage to sink all 5 pirate ships, we'll give you all the treasure we've stolen up until now. Good luck to you, shrimp. You'll need it, yeah? So yes, we gotta sink all 5 of these barrels in 10 shots or less. So, at least this one's not all luck. You kind of adjust the angle of your shot. Like, some barrels are closer than others. You can kind of gauge your distance. So, we're going to aim for this first one over here.
Splish.
Yeah, too far. A little lower.
Kaboom.
Alright, got that one. Next is same for this one over here.
Kaboom.
Okay, got that one. Hey, the King of Red Lions. Let's see if we get any points for hitting him. Spoiler alert. No, you don't.
Splish.
Okay, that's the
Kaboom.
third one. Gotta aim a little bit higher for this one. Okay, that's that
Kaboom.
one.
Kaboom.
Yeah! Got all 5 of them. Only 7 shots. Psh. Wow, nice shooting. But we won't hand over our priceless treasure so easily, yeah? Miss! Hey, miss! It's Tetra! Gonzo, you're at least an honorary member of my family, are you not? So act like it. Don't lose your head. You're a talented little kid. I like you. As we promised, here's our treasure. It's yours, so take it. That's kind of funny. But anyway, for completing the game, you get a piece of heart. Alright, nice job and all that. Anyway, you can also get another treasure chart if you can complete the game a second time. So I'll probably skip ahead for this.
Kaboom.
Alright, completed the game a second time. Wait a second. Miss! Miss! What do you want? Don't you know I'll keep quiet, you scurvy dog? Oh, I was just wondering who was out here, and look at this. It's you again. Look at you and that adorably cute face of yours. I can't help but give away our treasure to you. It's yours, so take it. And you get a treasure chart for completing the game a second time. Alright, nice job and all that. You can leave the ladder behind you. So yeah, I'm sure he's probably bored with me right now, so let's go ahead and leave. Yeah, the only reason I wanted to leave the King of Red Lions all the way out over there is just to show you kind of a funny thing. It's also kind of funny is some people will try to hit the map fish as well. Unfortunately, you don't get any points for hitting them. Although it is kind of funny to see, like, you can actually hit the King of Red Lions. It says, like, sink the 5 pirate ships, and technically the King of Red Lions is a ship. So, anyway, let's go ahead and sail on to our next island just west of here. Alright, so now coming up on this square is 2 squares west of Windfall, just 1 square west of Spectacle Island. This is actually where we met the Fairy Queen. This is Mother and Child Isles. So the Fairy Queen is inside Mother Island, and the only way to get inside Mother Island is to play the Ballad of the Gales and warp there. So, unfortunately, you can warp to the square, but you will always warp inside Mother Island. Thus, you can't actually warp to the Child Isle right next to it. Even though the Child Isle does have some kind of things you can do here. Like, you'll notice there's a traveling merchant and a Korok that is a sprout that is dying. And also, Blue Choo-Choo. Thank you. Alright, so that was Blue Choo-Choo number 8, I think that was. Because number 7 was on Spectacle Island. And now sail 1 more square west of here. Alright, so now coming up on the last square of this row, this is 1 square south of the Forsaken Fortress. It's also 1 square west of Mother and Child Isles. This is 4-Eye Reef. So this is the 3rd of the reefs we found, of the eye reefs. So we found all the even number ones. The 2-Eye Reef was right at the bottom of the map next to next to Headstone Island, and then 6th Eye was right in the middle of the Great Sea Chart. So so now I'm going to kind of explain what you need to do with these eye reefs. You have to sail inside, and then you got to use your cannon to destroy all the cannon ships and all the side cannons you see. The side cannons can be destroyed in one shot, whereas the cannon ships have to be hit 3 times. Yeah, you gotta keep sailing around, destroy every cannon and cannon ship you see. And as soon as you get rid of all the cannons and sink all the ships, a treasure chest will appear on one of the so-called eyes of the reef. And then to get to it, you've got to go up on the sides of the eye reef, and then use your decoulis to float over there. So to actually get to it, the highest point would be over there. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my decoulis. I don't know if I'll have enough magic power for this. See if there's anything hiding in the barrels. Yep, there is. Okay, good. That'll help out a little bit. So now, I'm going to go up here. Actually, this might be the highest point. We'll see. Let's go ahead and change the wind direction. Change it to the south. Don't know if I'll be able to make it from here, but we'll see. No, I don't think so. Trying to see if I can, like, manage it. Probably not.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go all the way around. Based off the failures I did, I probably could have taken that time to go all the way around. So anyway, let's go ahead and play the Wind's Requiem again. Change the wind direction to the east. And let's go get that treasure chest on top of that eye. Alright. And in this chest, you will get... It's something that leads to treasure. A treasure chart! Yes, anytime you defeat all the cannons and cannon ships, a treasure chest that always contains a treasure chart will be on one of the eyes.
Splish.
So now we have taken out all of 4-Eye Reef, and that's all you can do in this square. So now that we completed the second row of the sea chart, next we're going to be heading south from here. Alright, now coming up on this square, this is 1 square south of 4-Eye Reef, 2 squares south of the Forsaken Fortress. And this is another one of the fairy islands. We've been to Northern, Eastern, and Southern, and this one is Western Fairy Island. Yeah, you can steal joy pendants from bokoblins using the grappling hook. Like, I haven't told the viewers about that already. But anyway, now that we are on one of the last of the fairy islands, we are going to be heading into it and get another upgrade. But we have upgraded our wallet and our bombs to the max. Oh yeah, you're also going to need your skull hammer for this. Because you gotta pound this peg to get rid of that ring of fire. And also, there is blue chew jelly. Yep, that's blue chew number 9. Like I said, there's usually a blue choo-choo on all the fairy islands. So now we're gonna find out what gets upgraded here. Yeah, you get the gist. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. By bringing up a flower and breathing rose petals on you. And your upgrade is... a quiver! You can now carry more arrows! You can now carry up to 60 wherever you go. Alright, so we get arrow upgrades as well. And then I believe there is one more fairy island where you can upgrade your arrows even further, but we'll get to that probably in the next episode if I had to guess. So, to finish this off, we're going to go one more square and explore a little bit of the third row of the Great Sea Chart. So heading 1 square, we're gonna be heading 1 square east of this island. Alright, so coming up on this square, this is 1 square west of Western Fairy Island. It is actually 1 square east of Tingle Island. So we are at Rockspire Isle. Yeah, he's telling you about the lighthouse, which we've already fixed. So anyway, there are actually quite a few things to do on this island. The first of them will be to head to Beetle's shop ship, because this particular version of Beetle's ship is different from the others. Because you'll notice the logo is covered by those curtains. So to go inside this Beetle shop ship, you'll notice some random guy in here. And he's really like, oh, who the heck are you? I've never seen you before. Even though that's clearly just Beetle in a helmet. So anyway, the shop will close in 7 more days, so get the stuff while you can. So he has an empty bottle, a piece of heart, and a treasure chart. And look at that. MSRP for that, open price for that, and current price for that. So basically he doesn't tell you the price until you select it. So he has an empty bottle, which is worth 500 rupees. And this is the last empty bottle you get in the game. It is 950 rupees for a piece of heart. And finally, he has a treasure chart, which is worth 900 rupees. And unfortunately, he only had one of everything, so now he's completely sold out.
Bye!
Also, unlike the other Beetle shop ships, he will not buy your enemy quest items from you in this one. Because unlike the other Beetles shop ships, he's just like, what the heck is this? Get this junk out of here. But anyway, on to the second thing we can do in Rockspire Isle, and that's on the island itself. So for this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and get out my bombs. My bombs? You're going to want to use your bombs to throw them at those rocks at just the right time. Ow. Unfortunately, you don't want to stand too close. There we go. I would say, like, throw it right as it's about to start blinking rapidly. And blow up all 3 of the rocks. And there's another hole to go down. To reach Western Fairy Island, head west from here. I already know that stupid sign! Die! Anyway, let's go ahead and head into what we're supposed to do here. You notice it's pretty dark in here. Thankfully, there's this pot full of sticks. So we can light these sticks on fire, and then go light those torches. And then as soon as you do... Whoa! Yes, you are surrounded by keys. Although it is a little bit funny, because they're just like, oh good, you're home. And you had the courtesy of turning on the lights for us. Now we'll drink your blood. Yes, you gotta kill all the keys in this cave. And then from killing all the keys, another treasure chest will appear. And inside, you will get... another treasure chart! Okay, so that's the Keys Cave taken care of. And now there are 2 last things you want to do. 2 of them, or one of them, involves those platforms you'll see on the horizon. And another involves 2 cannon ships near each other. I think near the platforms. So we're going to be heading to the platforms next. Because those are probably the closest as to where we're supposed to go. Usually when there's like 3 in a row like this, you want to sail up to these platforms, because usually they'll have a good reward if you clear them. So unfortunately there's only a ladder on the middle one. You'll have to use your Deku leaf to get to the other 2. Going up here, we have some bokoblins. And shieldable goblins. It's funny how they try to use their telescopes as weapons. Kinda wish a Rill could do the same thing, but apparently not. And this treasure chest you get a red rupee. After getting the money zapped out of us from Beetle. Freaking cheapskate. But anyway, so we're gonna start with this southern tower first, and it looks like the wind direction is just about pointing the right way. So we're gonna use our Digger Leaf to sail across. Unfortunately, the cannons are gonna try to hit you while you're doing so be careful of that. Okay. Get rid of the goblins. Save me, save me! Nope, in the water. Another cool fate for a bokoblin. At least it's not as bad as the one that fell into the lava back in Dragon Roost Cavern. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and use our bombs to blow up these cannons. You can do this with the King of Red Lions, but I recommend doing it this way, considering you don't have to worry about the cannons firing back at you. So yeah, you just set a cannon in the middle of those dark rings. Like, if you see a cannon, like, right under you. And a treasure chest will appear on this one, revealing a golden feather. So, unfortunately, this island didn't have as good of a reward as the one we're gonna head to next. I also need to get my Deca Leaf out again. And because this particular one is in the other direction, I'm gonna have to change the wind direction in order to get to it. I'm also going to need the help of that updraft in order to get to the tower. Or the platform, whatever it's called. I like to call them towers since they're kind of tall. Anyway, let's go ahead and change the wind direction. And change it to the northwest. So that'll be about close enough. And now... I want to time it so that I can get the updraft's power. Or at least it's the power of the wind to get across. Because you will need it because this tower is the highest of the three. Gonna wait until the timing is just right. And go. Okay, use the updraft to get across. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Please don't hit the cannon. Okay, good. Now let's get rid of these bokoblins. Into the water. Dang, two of the same fate in a row. Anyway, let's go ahead and blow up the cannons on this tower. Unfortunately, you can only lay down 3 bombs at a time. It doesn't let you lay one for all 4 of them. So as soon as the first one blows up, just blow up the rest. Okay, and in this chest, you will get an orange rupee. So yes, at least that'll give you a little bit of the money that you spent from Beetle.
Splish.
And now, for the last of this episode, there's one last thing we can do near Rockspire Isle. And that involves those 2 cannon ships over there. Right, so over here, I believe one of these 2 cannon ships is a really good treasure. You gotta sink it first. I'm gonna sail up near them. Start shooting them down. Let's see, is this the one that has it? On the side. It's either this one or the other one. Let's see, does it have... Nope, it's an orange rupee. So it must be the other cannon. It's the other ship. Okay, let's go ahead and try to sink him down. You can't run from me. Haha! Oh. Okay, here we go. So this one has what I think is the treasure, which is a piece of heart! Alright, and that's heart container number 14 complete. And now that we have completed everything on Rockspire Isle, I think this is a good place to end this off here. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, we are going to continue exploring the third row of this great sea and see what other kind of things we can find, including maybe some more Triforce charts and shards. See you guys on the water side.